Hello. Good
Hi.
evening. Howdy.
Good evening.
Hi. How's it going?
It's going really good. We're supposed to get a crap ton of snow tomorrow,
Oh,
but I need nothing. I'm all set. I can be holed up.
that's good. We got a little bit of snow, not a ton, but a little bit, but it's been cold.
Yeah, it has been cold up here too. Today was in the 40s, and that was like a reprieve from
Mm-hmm.
icy, not as cold as you. You've sent me some of your temperatures, and I'm like, damn. But yeah, the cold is, ugh. At least you can be inside with a blanket or whatever, but
Yeah, I'll
G
live.
Strathmore, I'm super stoked about this topic. I love
Yeah,
talking shit about these guys.
I know. Well, I saw this article. I think it was published 2 days ago, but I only saw it today, and I was like, "Oh, this is impromptu stream time."
Heck yeah.
So, yes, I picked.
I know. I laughed. I laughed when I saw it. It's so funny.
Yes, so hello, friends. Hi, Green Emerald, G Strathmore, Sweet D. Hello, any lurkers in there. Um, I hope you can see I put a poll in the chat for who's worse.
Oh, really? I can't
Yeah.
see it
Oh,
on StreamYard.
Maria, hello. Go to bed. It's the middle of the night.
Oh, is Maria in Europe too?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Um,
Maria in Europe.
but
I want to see the poll. Hmm. Who's worse though?
who's worse?
Hmm. That's such a hard call. I want to say Musk is worse, personally.
Probably
Yeah.
he is.
Zuckerberg, he's more of a creepy loser. I mean, Musk is creepy, don't get me wrong. He's terrible, but Musk also has more power, I think. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, probably you're right. Probably
Yeah.
you're right. Hello, Alice. Hi,
I
Ice
mean,
Goddess. Ballistic. Oh my God. Robin.
I know everybody's flooding
Ricky.
in. Hey
Yay.
all. Let's talk some crap about some billionaires.
Let's do it. I will get this little article up in a second here. I still, like last stream, I have a croaky voice and a weird cough, so I might have to mute to cough, but that's just life sometimes.
Tis.
Okay, so I will. Oh, hello, Camille. Welcome. And then I'll just adjust my screen so I can see what's what here. Oop, not that much. Okay. Phantom, hi. They're both awful. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so this is just from The Guardian um, by Rebecca Shaw. So I knew one day I'd have to watch powerful men burn the world down. I just didn't expect them to be such losers, which is an iconic title.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Okay. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg's desperation to be cool as they suck up to Donald Trump is so cringe it makes my skin crawl. Mood. Yeah, I got the picture of Mark Zuckerberg from this article.
His stupid face.
Like,
He's so
yeah.
unfortunate looking too.
Text size is okay. Looks okay.
It looks okay on my end, but I'm on a desktop,
Yeah.
or a laptop. So
Well, that's about as good as it's gonna get. So.
yes.
All right. So Rebecca writes, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but everything seems to be going down the tubes quite fast, and not fun tubes like at a water park. The ending in shit kind. The issues are complicated, the reasons diverse, but there are a few culprits who have been making themselves extremely visible. Alongside those holding political office, tech grugillionaires, I had to invent a new number, like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, obviously wield huge global influence with their computers and numbers and whatnot. There has been a lot written about them, and there will be more, as they continue to shape the world and win favor with Donald Trump. Big, scary, probably ruinous things lie ahead, but I'm here to discuss the smaller part, the insult to injury, the sprinkling of salt in the wound. Hi, Tori. Thanks. Yeah, I didn't even think about the timing, but actually, considering the inauguration is right around the corner.
Yeah. Very timely.
What did you guys all think about Carrie Underwood going to perform at the inauguration?
Yeah, I don't know too much about that, except she got flack for it.
Yeah. Well, I've liked Carrie Underwood. I've seen her live, and then when I saw the news, I was like, oh, Carrie, come on.
Yeah. Is she hard up for money? Like, what's her deal?
She's just conservative, I guess, which
I
shouldn't be shocking because she is
no.
a country singer, but
Right. Like, I saw an article titled like, "Oh, Carrie Underwood receives backlash for her." I'm like, but why is this news to anybody? I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Whether I am engaging with the news or with Musk tweeting constantly like a man with no job or friends.
A neat.
Yes. Or with Zuckerberg sending out weird videos and appearing on Rogan, I am in pain. Not because I don't like what they are doing, but because they are so incredibly, painfully cringe.
The secondhand embarrassment is always hard to deal with.
I agree. Who's Carrie Underwood? She's a country singer. She won like maybe the 3rd or 4th season of American Idol. She's very successful. But,
yeah, probably not very well known outside of America.
Yeah, probably. That's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was good.
I know. Such a burn. I love it.
I knew that one day we might have to watch as capitalism and greed and bigotry led to a world where powerful men, deserving or not, would burn it all down. What I didn't expect and don't think I could have foreseen is how incredibly cringe it would all be. I have been prepared for evil, for greed, for cruelty, for injustice, but I did not anticipate that the people in power would also be such huge losers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always been someone who cannot tolerate embarrassment. Me too. I hate being embarrassed more than any other emotion. I am the same way. I cannot watch things that I think like, I don't know how to describe it.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. If I were the one who was in the video and would be embarrassed, I cannot watch someone else do it. Like, I have to look away. It physically hurts me.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of American sitcoms or comedies really nowadays lean into like the situational embarrassment, cringe type of thing. Like
I can't do it.
I can handle most of like The Office is about as much as I can handle, and even some of those scenes are like, oh my god, what the f. But yeah, over a certain point, it's just like, why is every show like this? Just awkward, embarrassing. Yeah, secondhand embarrassment for sure.
I can't do it. It's I agree with this author.
Yeah, the ones on YouTube and stuff, I think a lot of them just take it way too far, and it's not pleasant to watch. It's kind of mean-spirited sometimes too. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, she writes, I hate being embarrassed more than just about any other emotion. And I've always skipped content based on cringe humor like Meet the Parents, Borat, or Nathan For You. Same. I cannot do it.
No.
Oh, yeah, exactly, sweetie. Same thing. Have to pause videos. Can't look directly at it. Exactly.
It's like the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. It makes my skin crawl. And it makes the contents of my stomach try to crawl out of my mouth.
Oh, the visuals.
But I cannot skip world events. Nor can I skip Musk's clear desperation, even as he holds this much wealth and power in his hands, to be thought of as cool.
I know about this and I'm already cringing because, as you can probably tell by my name, I'm a gamer, right? So I've heard all about this extremely embarrassing Musk thing. Oh, okay, I'll let you continue, but
it's okay. Chime in whenever.
Oh,
Donkey says she, I'm assuming, loves
Hey,
cringe.
Donkey Fly 69. A lot of people love cringe. That it's like one of the most popular comedy forms these days. Like
Oh, you're a stronger soldier than I because I cannot do it.
I can do it to a point, but then after that, I can't define the point. But after a certain point, I'm just like, oh man, I know, Robin, you're about to hate him even more because he's a loser.
This is so funny. Musk definitely has that special je ne sais quoi that makes him extra shit.
The je ne sais quoi.
Okay. There are endless examples of him embarrassing himself while attempting to be funny or to gain respect. Unfortunately, while you may be able to buy power, it's impossible to buy a good personality.
Oh yeah,
Watching his Nigel No Friends attempts to be popular.
Nigel
His
No Friends.
this author.
I love her. Is this a woman? I love her.
Yes, her name's Rebecca.
Yes. Awesome.
His endless pathetic tweets that read as though they come from the brain of an 11-year-old poser has made me start to believe we should bring back bullying.
Stuff him in a locker. Okay, somebody, please.
If yet another humiliating report in the last couple of days is to be believed, he appears even to have lost the respect of some of his gamer audience, who the report claims suspect that he may have been lying about his achievements in hardcore gaming. Cursed sentence. His achievements in hardcore gaming.
I don't know if this article is going to go into detail. I just want to let everybody know, for the non-gamers out there, there's this game called Path of Exile 2. And basically what he did was he live streamed this like super high level maxed out character, like portraying that he did that he had played the game, he had leveled this character up, he was like a badass at this game. But during the stream, it was apparent that he had no idea how to do even the most basic of game mechanics.
Oh no.
And all the nerds in chat were starting to call him out, like, dude, you don't even know how to do like the most basic things. It's so, yeah, it's not important in the grand scheme, but it just goes to, I saw a video covering it and I was just like, why? With all of his money and power, why would he do this?
Why?
It's so dumb. Like, do you need nerds approval that much?
Right.
Do you need, like, gamer bros approval? Like, do you need to look like you're badass? I don't understand.
There's some hilarious comments. Like Donkey Fly said, he's like the desperation of 10 loser guys concentrated into one man.
For
and
real.
Robin, redistribute Elon Musk's lunch money.
Definitely. Spread it around. Yes.
That is so good.
I know. G. Strathmore, it's so embarrassing because it's such a small, stupid thing that a teenager would do. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
So awesome. So awesome. Like there's no, if you're a billionaire, a multi-billionaire, why would you feel the need to do something so weirdly insignificant?
And that's just it, right? It's like, even at the level of money and power and influence that someone like Elon Musk has, he's still missing something, right? Like that, like money, power, and influence are not going to buy you happiness or contentment or self-esteem.
True. Money can't buy class either.
Right.
It can't buy a personality or, and I'm not religious, but I say this seriously, a soul. Can't buy that.
Absolutely. Let's go into Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg is a different kind of cringe, but cringe all the same. His cringe moments drip through more sparingly, but when they do, my body tries to turn inside out at my belly button. His physical makeover for MAGA reasons, performing music because no one will stop him, trying to look cool on a surfboard, all these are extremely difficult to watch. He has been trying to suck up to Trump, going on Joe Rogan's show to say society has been neutered and companies need more masculine energy.
Sorry to break it to Zuckerberg, but he's not the epitome of masculine energy, whatever that is.
Right.
It's not him. You know it when you see it. And what is what is the physical makeover for MAGA reasons? I didn't hear about that. That's interesting. Did he
Um,
try to turn into like a grind bro or something? Did he try to go to the gym and like what the heck?
kinda,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ugh,
Ballistics comment is killing me.
that is very funny. He does. He looks like he's wearing a human suit, like he's an alien.
Yeah, he's here's a I'll share my screen like a more recent picture of him. Hold on. Why can't he's share stop screen, share screen. Like this it's kind of small, but I don't know if I can view open a new tab. There we go.
Okay. I mean,
He's like more trying to like hip it up a little.
he kind of looks the same.
I know.
I don't know. You can't run from yourself, man. You just
No,
can't.
you can't. Okay, let's get back to the
Oh my god.
Uncanny Valley vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so funny, sweetie. Zuck
Oh,
reminds me of Elizabeth Holmes. They must have been made in the same lab. That's iconic. That's such
that's
a
so
funny
funny.
comment.
We might have to bring up a picture of Elizabeth Holmes, though, for people
Yeah.
who don't know who she is. She's
Um,
she's an American actress, I believe.
no. She's the scientist who quote unquote
Oh,
invented that lab thing.
I'm thinking of another Elizabeth. Sorry.
They
Yes.
don't
Oh,
look alike, but
yeah.
like the vibes. Yeah.
They're soulless
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay, where were we? Putting on what is clearly a bro disguise to join the boys club and sit at the big boy table. It should feel humiliating.
Oh, yeah.
This came as Zuckerberg rolled back hate speech and fact checking rules at Meta in a clear swerve to the right before Trump's inauguration. What could be more masculine and cool than selling out vulnerable communities and women to impress the alpha male? Damn.
Yep. Yeah.
Climate crises keep coming, genocides continue, women keep getting murdered, artists being strangled to death by AI, bigotry is on the rise, social progress is being rolled back, and these men insist on being cringe. It's a rotten cherry on top. This combination of evil and embarrassment is a unique horror, one that science fiction has failed to prepare us for. The secondhand embarrassment we have to endure gets even more potent when combined with other modern influences on young men like Jordan Peterson and Andrew Tate.
Mm. Yep. Oh, I guess I gotta stop reading ahead. That's so funny.
Yes. Peterson is a big voice in men's rights. Well, a small Kermit's voice in men's rights.
Stop.
He does have a Kermit voice.
Yes, I mean,
Oh my god.
that's so true. I know he can't help it, but damn, read him for filth.
And he's also an embarrassment. Just a second, I have to cough.
Okay.
Oy. So much so that he has his own Know Your Meme page, which covers that time he reportedly retweeted an image from a fetish film, apparently believing it was a Chinese communist sperm extraction facility. He
What?
deleted it shortly afterwards. Yeah.
Who needs
It's
to extract sperm? Okay, you can just get it for free.
I would Google it, but my channel will be banned, so I
No,
won't.
it's fine. It's ridiculous on its face. Like all these men with these weird conspiracies about how women are wanting to hijack their sperm or like conglomerates are trying to steal sperm. Like literally it is the cheapest resource in the entire world. You could get it for free, I promise you, somewhere. So that's just such a dumb thing. Like what?
I just looked at the article on Know Your Meme about it, and it says on March 11th, 2023, An account tweeted an explicit video that showed what appeared to be many men laying down on hospital beds where machines were attached to their penises and extracting semen from them. Later, on March 11th, Jordan Peterson, quote, retweeted the video on his Twitter account, captioning it, "Such fun in unbelievable techno nightmare CCP hell."
What?
Okay, he believed it was real.
It's totally fake, but my first thought is if that was a thing, that's totally unnecessary. You can get dudes to come in for free.
I know.
You don't have to knock them out. They'll probably just do it.
Right? So cringe that he believed it.
Yeah. What's behind this weird, like, dudes scared about people stealing their sperm thing? I don't get it.
So weird.
It's just weird and it's so not true from what you see in all of society. Like they're just begging to give it away. Really. It's gross. It's like, ugh.
So Andrew Tate is facing human trafficking charges, but rose to fame as a voice for young men, a misogynist in bad outfits who does really cool things like smoking cigars, wearing sunnies inside, and trying to drag human rights back 100 years.
Yeah.
Living your life to impress other men by hating women is one of the most embarrassing things I can imagine. Looking up to any of these men for how to live your life is even sadder.
Yeah, it's like that, what was it, Marilyn Fry? Was that who quoted that men don't love women, they just like to fuck women? I think it, Fry with an E.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I'm finding it right now.
Yeah. Like they're homosocial, but they're heterosexual. You know,
right. So she wrote, "To say that straight men are heterosexual is only to say that they engage in sex, fucking exclusively with the other sex, i.e. women. All or almost all of that which pertains to love, most straight men reserve exclusively for other men. The people whom they admire, respect, adore, revere, honor, whom they imitate, idolize, and form profound attachments to, whom they are willing to teach, and from whom they are willing to learn, and whose respect, admiration, recognition, honor, reverence, and love they desire, those are overwhelmingly other men. In their relations with women, what passes for respect is kindness, generosity, and paternalism. What passes for honor is removal to the pedestal. From women, they want devotion, service, and sex. Heterosexual male culture is homoerotic. It is man-loving."
Yeah. Word, Marilyn Fry.
Word.
Did I get her name right?
Yes, you did. It was
okay.
her.
Okay. Good. I'm not good with names, so yay.
You were right. Okay. "I've worked hard to keep these kinds of men out of my personal life, to keep them away from me, out of my goddamn sight. Now they're in my face daily, not only influencing the world for the worse, but making me nauseous at how uncool and pathetic they are, on top of their other sins. It's too much. I can't take it. There needs to be a change. It's time for us to start getting revenge on the nerds."
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Very good.
That was fun.
Good job, Rebecca.
Her writing is great.
Yes. I have to go to the actual website. I'm not.
Are you in archive again?
Yes. Listen. Be nice to me.
Hey, I'm very, very nice.
I have the power to
usually
kick you out.
Oh!
I would
invoking the finger of God. Smite me.
Yeah, that was good.
She's great. I want to read more of her work.
Society needs to act to rein in ridiculous movie runtimes.
Oh, man, that is so legit.
90 minutes is all we need for a movie, okay?
That they could do it back in the day. You could have a satisfying movie with a complete arc. No weird cliffhanger.
Don't need 2.5 hours.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it's the director's cut. Everything's a director's cut now. Like, get out of here.
Let's see. Alice Cat. That's cute. Alley Cat. Red pill opinions have bled into real life, unfortunately. I'm Gen Z, and every man I know has at some point said something stolen straight from red pill podcasts.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
it.
we did a stream not too long ago about how Gen Z are the most conservative generation there's been in ages. Gen Z men.
Yes. Yep.
We did a stream about that.
Yeah. I really feel for the youngins these days. We are not so youngin anymore.
No.
We
Elder
don't have our.
millennials. Are you Gen X?
I am Gen X. Yeah, I'm a young Gen X.
Yeah, I'm an elder millennial.
I was born in 1979, so yeah.
88.
Yep. Yep. I don't have my finger on the pulse of the Ute.
The Ute. Yeah, in the immortal words of Sweet Brown, ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh, I love her. She was like one of my first internet icons.
Yes, no kidding.
I remember looking up her video and just watching it over and over, just delighted at just the way she spoke. I loved it.
Yeah, it was very good.
It was great interview choice. It was just some random low-paid journalist going around the street, and he hit a gold mine. He or she, I don't know who interviewed Sweet Brown, but it was just a gold mine. And
I think it was just like a newscaster on the street kind of thing. The first person.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but they just like, and then Sweet Brown made history basically. Due to the sheer force of her personality.
Hi, Fax Machine. And V13. That's a new name.
Fax Machine, were you also born in the same year? Is that why you're saying that? Yeah.
I'm just looking at Mark Zuckerberg.
Ew, why would you do that to yourself?
Well, someone wrote an article titled, Mark Zuckerberg has made me rethink what it means to be a man.
Ew. I hope it's not going to be an ass-kissing article.
I think it is.
Ew, why would you do that? His ego is already big enough, trust me.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, he was on Joe Rogan's podcast recently, apparently.
I kind of feel like everybody's on Joe Rogan's podcast these days.
Yeah. Oy. So,
hey. All right. What? She confirmed, Fax Machine confirmed that 1979.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What's going to happen on Monday?
Wait, is this a trick question? Am I supposed to know something happening on Monday?
It's the inauguration of the president of your country.
Oh, fuck, already? Shit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. Yeah, I see it now. I don't know dates or times or anything like that, so I do apologize, but time has no meaning for me. In my mind, like Trump won in November, and like it's just been Trump all the way down since then. Like the inauguration's just a formality. Everybody's
Did you
just
see the thing about because President Carter recently died.
Oh, I did see that, yeah.
And apparently it's a thing that when the a president dies, the flags are at half-mast for 30 days.
Yeah, they weren't?
No, they have been.
Oh, good.
But for the first time in the United States history, Trump is overriding that rule and wants the flags flown at full mast for his special day.
That's deplorable.
Yeah, it's never happened in the history of the United States. They've always gone the full 30 days half-mast for a dead president.
What a shitbag.
I know.
Like, just honor the former president. What the fuck?
Right? You got 4 years of being president. Like, you can deal with one day.
And he was also president before.
Right.
Like, this poor dead man, this is like his last hurrah in the mortal world, and you're just gonna be like, nope, I'm more important.
Yeah.
But he is, yeah, G. Strathmore, yeah, of course he does, because he's a narcissist. We know this about Trump.
Yeah.
I don't know. Phantom, I feel like it's also all
Oh,
federal buildings too.
no, I think Phantom is correcting us and saying it's half staff, not half mast.
Oh,
Mast is on
okay.
ships. I
Oh,
think
right, right. Yeah,
I
because
think that's the correction they're
yeah,
making.
that's true. That's true. Because a mast is on a
Yeah,
ship. Yeah, yeah.
my bad.
It's that kind of a colloquialism. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even clock that when you said it, but
Me
yeah,
neither.
yeah. Because we say this like it's just an easy way to say it. I don't know.
Oh, this is great from Ballistic. If it were anyone else, conservatives would be seething
Oh,
about it and his disrespect for
yeah.
American history.
That's
Exactly.
a very good point. They would. If it was a Democratic elect that did that to a
Mm-hmm.
former Republican president, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, there would be hell to pay for that.
Yeah.
Donnie has an ego. Yeah, I know, right? Nobody could have even known. Yeah, imagine if Obama did it for sure.
Great username. Hi.
I know. I remember how before we were like, is it umhi or umhai?
Hi.
Umhai.
Hi.
Very,
Yeah.
very shy, very cute.
Mm-hmm. Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I saw like an announcement, like the what's the word? Like the program for Inauguration Day, basically. And it was listing all of like the musical performers like Carrie Underwood and some other people no one's ever heard of. But but it also said surprise musical guest. And
Hmm.
people on the internet have been speculating on who it's gonna be.
Interesting. Who?
I think it's gonna be Kanye West.
Oh, I bet. Oh man, that would be so. Listen, I don't love this inauguration, but that would actually be. I don't know what the word for it is.
Well, he's going
Funny.
crazy.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
nuts. Like the
um,
man has a literal god complex. Like,
yeah,
yeah, he's like delusional for real.
but he's gone like very weirdly Trump. Yeah, Carrie Underwood is going to be singing "America the Beautiful" at the inauguration.
Yeah, she's been getting a lot of flack for that. Hmm.
His
Yeah.
name is Ye. Don't dead
Yeah.
name him.
Is it yay
Sorry.
or is it yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't understand why uh a black man or any person who's not like a white Protestant person would be a fan of Trump. I don't get it. I just don't.
Yeah,
He doesn't him and his constituents hate you.
it's so weird. But
Yeah.
poor Kanye. I mean, Kanye has done some crazy shit, but also like he's off his medication. Like he has bipolar
Oh,
disorder,
yeah,
and
he's
he
no
won't take his meds.
right. Like when I say he's nuts, I mean like literally. Like he's mentally
Mhm.
ill. He has delusions of grandeur.
Yes,
He's got the
and,
DSM-5 all locked down with
and
that.
the frustrating thing too is he has all of the money and resources in the world to have the best possible care.
Sure, but people with that mental illness, they really don't think anything's wrong with them. That's part of it.
I
That's part of the
know.
illness. It's almost like the more money and resources you have, the more you're able to insulate and buy people from helping you, you
Yeah.
know? Because he can just hire a bunch of yes men. He doesn't
Yeah.
have to deal with it. Nobody can make him do anything, right?
Yeah, the village people are performing at the
What?
inauguration.
Wait a freaking minute. The village people are
Yes.
still around?
Well, in theory,
What?
Kid
Listen,
Rock will be there. Billy
I
Ray
mean,
Cyrus.
listen, I'm not surprised about Kid Rock or Billy Ray
No.
Cyrus at all.
Rascal
Okay, fine.
Flats.
Rascal Flatts. Yep.
Gavin DeGraw.
Yep, Gavin DeGraw, another country singer. But like okay, so I might be way off base and really shitty for this, but I thought I heard people in my family told me that the Village People, like the members of the band, all died from the AIDS crisis because that is a hella old band. Like that is from the
Oh,
70s,
that's
y'all.
not true. They're all
That's what
alive and going to the inauguration.
good. I'm glad because I was told otherwise. I think it was my dad that was like, "Oh yeah, they all died in the AIDS crisis." I was like, "Oh, that's sad. I liked the Village People."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
femescence. That is true. I follow a lot of Black women YouTubers that talk about the misogynoir among their
Mhm.
own community. Yep. It's almost like they'll throw their lot in with racist white men because they're men, and they'll cash in the chip for the male superiority and sacrifice the race chip, I guess.
Mm.
You know, they're men first and foremost, so they stand with other men. It doesn't matter if those men are basically want to see them downtrodden and, you know, beneath the boot.
Good times.
As long as all men can have all women to subjugate, then the race thing doesn't matter. The religion thing doesn't matter. Where you're from doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, Facts Machine says she thinks one of the Village People did pass away from AIDS.
Okay, I'm not.
I mean, I'm sure, like, I think they have swapped members out here and there. So,
Yeah.
whatever. Regardless, the
Not
Village People
listen.
will be YMCAing it up at the inauguration.
Oh, it's not that I wanted that to be true. It's just what I heard growing up because
Mm-hmm.
you know that was a band that my
Mm-hmm.
parents played for us when we were kids. So
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a formative.
People don't think misogyny is as valid as other forms of
Hmm.
oppression. And that means white women can't speak about non-white men being crappy, even though they're women talking about their oppressors.
Yes.
Absolutely, I have definitely encountered this.
Yes. Yeah. If you're white and female, they think you have all the privilege. It was just like
Mm-hmm.
being female negates that.
Yeah, but that, like Ballistic said, like they don't think misogyny is as valid. And I
No,
frankly think a lot of people don't think misogyny even is a thing because they just
no,
consider it the natural order of things. Like this is women's
correct.
natural position in society. So like
Yes.
violence against them, misogyny, whatever, it's not even a
Yeah.
problem. It's not even a
Controlling them,
consideration.
that's like the natural lot of women. Like we should be controlled. We're like children. We need to be
Mhm.
shepherded and all that.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's even present in like everyday language, right? Like everyone knows way better than to say the N word
Oh
or
yeah.
any slurs for other races, etc. But bitch is
Oh yeah.
common every single day language.
I mean, even women call each other bitch.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say the only thing approaching the level of the N word is the C word, at least in
Oh,
America.
yeah, I'm not equating them at all.
No.
Um, I'm just saying that nobody really considers misogynistic language as
No.
bad at all.
There's so much more misogynistic language out there. I mean, even just the general referring of everybody to he as default is
Hmm.
also misogynistic. Like if you're,
Hmm.
you know, the rules, the English rules, quote unquote, if you're talking
Yeah.
about a group of people or a person that you don't know, you would say he as like a general term.
Yeah. Mankind.
Mankind, yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly, Ice Goddess. Religions say women are like animals and they have to be like ruled, basically,
I
owned,
have a question for
shepherded.
you.
Ooh, I like questions.
As someone from a slightly different generation than me.
Oh,
So,
well.
no, okay. So I used to be in this weekly Zoom group for lesbians of all ages. It
Mhm.
was an intergenerational lesbian Zoom group. And I'd say a lot of the women in their 50s and up
Mm, I think,
despised when we would say things like you guys.
okay. I know exactly what you're saying.
They hated it. And anytime us, a
Oh,
40 and under would say you guys, they would correct us and be like, can we stop saying guys?
okay.
How do you feel about that?
So my thing is, because I'm pretty sure I remember you speaking about this once before, and I thought about it.
Mm,
I am part of the generation, the slacker generation. We were teens in
mm,
the 90s, we were kids in the 80s. I say you guys reflexively. I call people dude. Like
me
it's
too.
just that's a generational thing. But if you're talking about slightly older women, older Gen X or young boomers,
Mm-hmm.
they they came of age in
Mm,
like perhaps the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I was still a child in the 80s, right? So
mm-hmm.
like they came of age and they were really fighting against the male language everywhere.
Yeah.
So I get it. Like people who were like adults like in the 70s
Mm-hmm.
versus me who was born and then a child, right? So yeah, I get where they're coming from for sure. For me it's very of my time to just be like, hey man, you guys, dudes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was a grunge teenager. I don't know. I don't know. Like by the time I was a teen in the 90s, the women that you're talking about were adults already. Like they were
Mm-hmm.
already grown, fully grown. So I think it's just a weird generational niche
Mm-hmm.
almost. And
Yeah.
then yeah, I don't know how to explain like why that happened
Yeah.
because
It was like all of us younger
yeah,
gals were always just like, ugh, like that's not like it doesn't mean males like in
right, right.
our slang, in our colloquialism. It is when you say you guys, we're not saying you males.
You
Like,
literal males.
right, but for them it was extremely offensive, and they would correct it every time it came out from any one of us.
Well, and like I think we acknowledge that. Yeah, yeah, Phantom One. I get where they're coming from, and we do correct that by trying to say
Mhm.
guys instead of
Yeah.
guys, right?
Yeah.
See, Ice Goddess, bruh,
Hmm.
that's below my generation. Like I don't use bruh. Like that's like a younger person thing. I might say bro or dude
Hmm.
or my guy or whatever, but bruh is definitely like a Gen Z and younger term.
Yeah.
I don't normally use.
I say gals also. Gals.
Oh yeah, yeah. I try to say
I
gals
say
too,
gals
but
all the time, but I don't know. For me, like, and maybe this is something I need to do some feminist thinking about, but like,
perhaps.
I'm not really that bothered by things like you guys or
No,
manhole cover or snowman.
no, I'm not
Like,
really either. I don't know. I kind of feel like there's bigger battles to fight. Like I'm more offended by the use of mankind and like he is the default referring to everybody than I am those very specific terms, if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because what I mentioned tends to show up in like academic
Hmm.
things or like official things like oh mankind he is endowed with rights or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever
yeah,
but
yeah,
like but the other things like manhole whatever okay well I don't know it's kind of lower down on the priority list I guess I don't know
yeah. Green
I might
Emerald.
have to do some sense some
Yeah,
feminist thinking too I don't know
Green Emerald says, I don't know, guy for me means male, and I would agree with that. So logically, guys would mean males too.
yeah
It's just been so like defaulted into my brain, like guys.
yeah it's so
Um,
hard like I grew up saying it it's just really
yeah.
hard to shake you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, say I'm aware that the term guys is very male coded, but like it's just really hard to shake the upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm smacking that slacker generation. We all said it, like growing
Yeah.
up, just so ubiquitous. It's hard.
Yeah. Well, and yes, I saw some mentions here, like Fax Machine says, I love saying gines in red fem spaces. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that too. And I pretty much have moved away from like I still say it occasionally, guys, but I pretty much use gals when it is just women now.
Yeah,
Or
right.
y'all.
Y'all. Although I have come to associate y'all with
The
very
uber liberal
like
queer left.
right.
I
So
know.
I'm hesitant to be like,
Ugh,
y'all need to educate yourself,
I
okay?
know. I know.
50,000 genders are valid, y'all. Yeah. I know.
Ugh.
Secret handshake. What would it be?
Enlightened female says Trump's boyfriend Musk is worse than Zuckerberg.
Hey, Musk is cheating on Trump with Zuckerberg.
Mm. Are they a polycule?
I think they are. I think they're all together. They're all in cahoots.
Oh no.
Y'all
Y'all
folks.
folks.
I don't get the folks thing. I've said this a million times. The word folks, as
It's
it's
already
spelled,
neutral.
it's already gender neutral. Like, what the heck?
It's so funny.
Ooh.
Oh, I have one of those like Christmas, like chocolate box sets where you get all kinds of different flavors.
Ooh, you do?
Yeah, and I just bit into one and it's so gross.
Ew, what is it?
Marzipan.
Oh, do I know what marzipan is?
I don't think I really
I have to
do, but it's
search the
terrible.
archives for that one. Is it like just a sweet filling?
Yeah,
Huh.
I don't like it though.
Oh, huh. I'd try it. If we were like physically together, I'd try it. I'd be like, oh, give me that
Okay.
marzipan.
The great American oligarch polycule. That's so funny.
Robin, oh, kind of true. I'm just saying, these guys are all in bed together, metaphorically and possibly physically. Yeah, I agree, sweetie. It's the worst because it's totally unnecessary. Like, why? It wasn't gendered in the first place. Ugh.
No. It's also, I just don't, it's a gross word for me. Folks. Ugh.
Folks.
It's
I
like
know.
some
It
people
just,
hate the word moist.
yeah,
For
folks
me,
is
folks, it's
radicals
so gross.
moist.
It is. Ugh.
Ugh.
It's yucky.
Yeah.
Really yucky.
Yeah.
Funny. I like how
Oh,
go ahead.
oh no, I was just saying that Ice Goddess mentioned the toothpaste flavored one, and I've never had that pleasure. Please
Is it
direct
like,
me to the mint cream one. I
oh
love
yeah,
those.
chocolate mint.
Mm.
Some people really love chocolate mint.
Oh, I
I
do.
like I like a mint chocolate chip ice cream, but I'm not
Mm.
into it in cookie or chocolate form.
Give them all to me. I'll eat them.
More for you.
Yes.
Latinx, that's another good one.
Oh yeah.
I know it's supposed
Yeah.
to be Latinx, but I have to say Latinx because it's so funny.
Latinx. Latiddlywinks. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense with their language. Ugh.
No.
Look, I don't know a lot about
Oh,
Spanish or Portuguese, but I know that doesn't make any sense with their language.
that
I'm
reminded me one time Nena told me because she speaks Spanish. She's from Spain. That
yeah.
she told me in Spanish there's non-binario and
No.
non-binaria.
Yes, I think I was there for that. That's hilarious. Non
That's so
binaria.
funny.
Like I'm literally calling you female as we
Yeah.
speak. G Strathmore, nobody knows.
It's supposed to
Ooh,
be Latinx, but I say Latinx because it's funny.
Latinx. but it could be pronounced both ways. Like both ways are
But
valid
also,
because
this is funny. The X in Spanish is not pronounced x,
right.
like more of an
It's
H breathy sound.
yeah, like Mexico, you know?
Yeah. Latin.
Latich.
Oh,
It doesn't make any sense.
so funny. And like a lot of Latin people are not here for Latinx. They're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This doesn't work in our language.
Yeah, a lot I've definitely seen a lot of like Spanish speaking internet say like this is dumb. It doesn't make any sense in our language and we don't know how to pronounce this. How do you say this?
That's so silly.
Very silly. Just like everything else in that movement.
Yeah. So funny.
I know. At least it's a vowel. Yes.
Yeah, Latin.
Latine. Latine.
Ugh. Freaking genders. Oh no. I just opened my Instagram right now,
Oh no.
and the first post on the feed is a sponsored ad
Oh
for
God.
Cornell Online University
Ew.
Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Certificate course.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Imagine trying to get a job with that shit. You can't.
Mm,
Can't.
yeah. Lord.
Huh. Mux Latinx.
Oh my God.
Oh jeez.
The final boss.
Oh God.
That is too much. Terrible.
Yeah, sorry, Rated Woman. It was like a very short article.
Yeah, it was really short. Now we're just vibing,
We are vibing.
talking about
It's like
silly things.
one of my favorite parts of stream is just to vibe, man.
I know.
Ah, I did it again.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
oh,
Did you
wait.
see? Yeah, Instagram and I think Facebook as well. Well, they're owned by Meta. We're gonna start creating like fake AI generated profiles that like would interact with people's content and you could interact with. And they're like, who asked for this?
Oh.
Why? What's
Well,
the point of this?
okay. I have an anecdote to share.
Okay.
My mother shared a little short on Facebook. I don't know what they're called on Facebook, those short videos.
Yeah.
And it had this very obviously AI generated cute little animal.
Oh no.
And she's like, she sent it to me and my brother, and she's like, I love this. I love this little guy. I'm like, too bad he's not real. He's really cute. And she's like, oh my God, I thought it was real. A lot of people think AI is real.
Oh yeah.
It's
And
a scary
have a lot
thing.
of difficulty like determining what like they
Yeah,
can't detect it.
right. And this little guy that she sent looked like an imaginary alien creature.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing we have on Earth. It was
Yep.
cute, but like, no, come on, mom. This is not an actual animal. And she didn't know, honestly. And I think a lot of people are like that. They're like,
Yeah. I
yeah,
have seen a few I've seen a few videos online of um like millennial children with their boomer parents, and their boomer parents insisting this video they saw on Facebook is a real place, and it's like
oh,
clearly like a super beautiful AI generated like utopian
oh my
forest
God.
waterfall thing, and they're like, no, it's real, like you could really
Ugh,
go there. And it's like the millennial children are like, mom, like that is AI, that's not real. And they're like, yes it is, you can see it on the video. And it's like really scary that like, yeah, people
that's so
cannot,
rough.
they don't have like the spidey senses.
No, they really don't. There was a picture, there was an AI generated image of like Kim Kardashian romantically hugging the Pope
Oh
or
boy.
something. And people believed that. Like, oh my god, really? It was obviously AI. Like there was some stuttering happening in the rendering of it. It did not, it looked like AI, let's just put it
Oh
that way, but
boy.
people were eating it up like, oh, look at that. Like, what? Are you people insane? That's AI.
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Ooh, this this is not well, it's not really AI, but it is kind of almost sort of kind of in the realm. There's a news story out of France recently about a woman who lost nearly €1 million to a fake Brad Pitt profile,
Oh
who
my
she
god.
believed that she was in a relationship with Brad Pitt, like the
Oh
Brad Pitt,
god.
and and that he needed money for medical procedures in the hospital, and she lost something like €800,000.
Oh my god.
And all
What?
of the photos that he sent her are like so like horrendously obviously bad Photoshop. It's not even good AI. It's like straight up like you use the little cutout tool and put the face on a picture. Like it's
Oh,
so bad.
listen, I've seen some of those romance scammer shows, and I have to say, like, these people will believe anything.
I know.
It's
But
sad because they do. They you can shove the most obvious Photoshop or fake image in front of them and they will run with it for sure.
it's
It
really bad though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's just going to make it easier for romance scammers to scam people.
Yeah. And like almost $1 million she gave this fake Brad Pitt. And it's like Brad
Oh,
Pitt does not need your money to have medical
no.
procedures done.
Well, that's the first step of logic, right? Like, why would Brad Pitt need your, like, you, some rando? Why would he need you? He's a
Yeah.
movie star.
A bajillionaire.
Right, right.
So yeah, he like DM'd her on Instagram. She divorced her husband, thinking they'd get together.
Wow.
Convinced her his bank accounts were locked because of his divorce with Angelina. And like these are
Wow.
the photos that were provided.
Oh no. Oh God. Please.
Like look at this one in the bottom right, like him in
Uh,
surgery. Are you kidding?
right. Who's taking that picture?
Yeah, it's
Please.
so sad, but like also like what Brad Pitt is not on Instagram randomly DMing and starting relationships with people. Like, lady,
Yeah, and that picture of him holding the paper that says "Anne, I love you."
this was another one of them.
Wow. That's so what the sorry. I
I
can't.
know. It's so bad.
As someone who's internet savvy, I can't.
And then there was also like a thing where like um the daughter of this woman tried to be like, no, like Brad Pitt, he's like on red carpets with his girlfriend. Like
Yeah.
he's fine. And the woman, like, she said this to her, Brad Pitt, and the scammer, like, AI'd a news story of Brad Pitt disputing claims that he has a girlfriend.
Oh my God.
And she believed it as well and kept giving him more money. It's so
Oh,
sad, but also, like, like, how does this happen?
I don't know. It's like BT Barnum said back in the day. There's a sucker born every minute.
I know, but how?
I don't know. Some people just want to believe. They really just want to
Yes,
believe.
I
I don't have
guess.
that gene. I don't have the believing gene. So
Me
I have
neither.
this
I have the opposite of that.
right. I have the questioning skeptic gene that's like, really? I don't think so.
And it's like obviously the scammer targeted her because she and her husband were super wealthy and like her Instagram was all like ski chalets and exotic vacations. So like obviously the scammer could see, oh, she got money.
Well, here's a little tip of IT info for everybody. Scammers often have their first messages full of typos and weird phrasing
Right.
because if you don't clock that, they know you're an
Uh-huh.
easy mark. Because people always make fun of the bad grammar and the spelling in these emails, but people do fall for them. And that's part of the test. Like they're trying to see how much you're willing to overlook and
Oh boy.
respond. Yes, so beware.
Bad times.
Yeah.
Bad times. There's
Oh,
like
bye,
a
Ricky.
Bye, Ricky. There's like a really obvious one that goes around. Like pretty much any lesbian on Instagram has gotten this DM, and
Oh no.
it's always a woman who is in the U.S. military, always, um, and looking for love. And it's like the profile. It's like brand new. There's like 2 posts on it. And every single time I've gotten so many of them, and it's always like a different woman, but it's always the military and looking for love. It's so
Wow.
funny.
I do have to say, as someone who is in the military, it is a hotbed of
Well,
woman on woman interest.
yeah,
Let's just put it that way. Yes.
too funny.
You got some stressful situations. You got an all-female barracks. Long nights, long days. It happens.
Not on Instagram though. It's always fake.
No, exactly. You're not going to find your military woman of your dreams on Instagram like that. Nope. Mm-mm.
Nope.
Yeah, Ice Goddess. A lot of these. Listen, I was privy to a lot of gossip in the barracks, and a lot of these women that hooked up with other women were in relationships back at home.
Scandalous.
Scandalous. Yeah. Oh, I
Wasn't
have
there
a
an
boy.
acronym for that?
Not
I
that
know
I
there is
know
for
of.
incarcerated women.
E-
It's LURD, LURD,
I didn't know
lesbian
the.
until release date.
Oh, I didn't know the acronym. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of the same type of situation, but
Concept, yeah.
my thing is if you're willing to go there with a woman, you
Mm-hmm.
probably aren't as straight as you might have thought you were.
Yeah, indeed.
Just, my thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ice Goddess. I know. These guys are worried about the other guy. They don't have to be worried about the guys. The guys are all losers. It's the women in the female barracks you got to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I saw an interesting Twitter thread the other day that maybe we could look at. It has nothing
Ooh.
to do with any of the stuff we've been talking about, but
Oh, no, please.
let's see if I can find it. What the heck? It's political cartoons, but like turfy.
Oh, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me.
Yeah, Ice Goddess, I think that's true. Like a lot of these, let's frankly, girls in the barracks, because they can be as young as like 17, 18, 19, 20 in these military environments with their very mediocre, crappy boyfriends at home, and they meet this other girl in the barracks, and they're like, holy shit. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was never like, oh, how dare they? They're cheating on their, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Listen, I don't see anything. I don't know anything.
I found the thread.
Ooh,
Can you see it okay?
I can. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so this account draws political cartoons. And there's like a whole thread of them that I thought we could look at. Some of them are pretty funny. Like this one.
Oh my God. Ugh. Freaking terrifying.
I know.
That poor woman in the middle.
I know. She's like, and she's just dressed like a normal person, and then all
Oh
of this
yeah.
like fetish gear.
Yeah, for sure. That's how it is.
Why do you hate us?
Hater.
Ugh. This one, womanhood includes us or else.
Yep. Oh, look at the balding on that dude second from the right or left rather.
I know. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yes, I heard you. You feel trauma around men because your husband beat you. Our shelter includes all women, though, so if you don't like it, find someplace else to go.
Literally a man.
Don't be shy, honey. We're
Ugh.
all girls here. Isn't that one gross?
Yeah. Ugh.
This is the exact situation that happened with Vancouver Rape Relief.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And they were like, no, you can't volunteer at a rape crisis center hotline. Like,
I was
imagine you're
there.
calling a rape crisis center and you get a man's voice on the phone.
Right. I was there when they nailed the rat to the door.
Right.
Yeah.
Oy. This one is so fucked up. She wants her rape kit done by a woman. I told her I am a woman and she misgendered me. Can you send security up?
Oh my God. Dr.
Right?
Marsha.
Oy. Can you,
Ugh.
and like, it's probably, if it hasn't already happened, it probably will.
I mean, I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure.
Ugh.
Never say never when it comes to the whole of humanity.
Ugh.
Yeah.
How will I ever get a euphoria boner when my stupid dress is too tight? This wasn't what I meant when I told my husband he should try being a woman sometime.
Oh. Yep. I mean, that's, yeah. The crown just completes the whole look.
Right? Wait. Sorry, now I'm also looking through my email for something that Summer says she sent me. So,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's look at it.
okay, yeah, I found it. Her right to compete must be protected at all costs.
Fucking huge dude. What the hell? That woman in the front, like she's super buff. She's like, okay.
Yeah. Title 9. Hope I can trust you with these.
Oh, his face. Ugh.
I know. Very Jeffrey Marsh eyes.
I know, right? Jeffrey Marsh for sure. Crazy eyes.
I'm happy to accept this award on behalf of all oppressed women.
Ugh, depressing.
Mm-hmm. Best Woman Award.
Ugh.
Mm. Yeah, fair enough, Ballistic. The creator of these is open that she says she uses hand tools, AI, and computer programming to make her stuff. So just
That is true. Oh God, are we part of the machine?
You're not safe with mommy and daddy, kiddo. We will get you on puberty blockers to turn you into a boy straight away.
Oh,
Department of Children's Services.
little Ramona Quimby girl. No.
Profittings. Yeah, there's just a bunch in this thread. Oh, this one. What if he rapes me? You mean what if she rapes you?
He looks like a, what's it called from those classic cartoons? Like is it a pinhead? I don't know. I might be dating myself here,
Yeah.
but or a goon from the Popeye cartoons.
This one is so real though. Like, you think I'm worried about
Yeah.
you complaining to the same people who put me in here with you? Like, obviously. And that's so fucked up because, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's true though. Who's she
like,
gonna tell? Who's she gonna go to?
right. It's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a bunch in here, but anyway. Oops. How do I get to my account? There we go. No, I don't have anything interesting to show on my own Twitter. It's just retweets.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's your weekend been?
It's been great. Yeah. I mean, I've been really into this game I've been playing, so yeah. I'm almost
What
done with
game?
it. Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh yeah, you're
Still.
still playing that one?
I am. It's a long game, but
Oh,
I'm
is it
about
like
ready.
a RPG or
It
what?
is. Yeah,
Oh.
it's a turn-based RPG, and I'm almost ready to beat the whole game. And then
Whoa.
I will promptly be starting a new campaign.
Oh, in the same game?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh.
You can play it so many different ways, so it's great. I'm obsessed with it.
Cool. Oh dear. Lizard says, I knew a girl who was assaulted by a Tim in jail, oh god, and almost got an
Oh.
extended sentence and sent to the hole for being phobic.
Whoa.
Jesus.
What the hell?
That's awful.
This is the shit we're talking about, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like if the cameras weren't there, she would have just been forgotten, thrown in the hole, and punished for being assaulted. Like,
But this wouldn't have happened if a man wasn't allowed in there in the first place.
yeah, definitely, for sure. Wow. Oh, ballistic.
Ugh.
See if you can find posts about Tim's angry because some dogs hate men and the dogs act accordingly with them. It's always funny.
I've
Yeah,
definitely seen a few of those.
animals know.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a few of those on Reddit.
Yeah. Yeah, Nessa, I also think that males shouldn't be in female prisons because before this whole trans nonsense thing happened, that was female prisoners' chief avenue of being exploited and abused is the male guards. Yeah. Which was a well-known phenomenon even back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Reddit post. Do dogs recognize you as the gender you identify as?
Oh my God. No, probably not.
Right? It's so funny. There's a few like where you can just see the headline, but then the post itself has been deleted.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't have anything on Reddit affirming anything other than the groupthink.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for joining, Donkeyfly. Come back anytime.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a documentary not long ago about pregnancies behind bars. Isn't that automatically rape? I mean, yes, but I also would assume that it was women primarily who came to prison pregnant.
Could be.
I mean, obviously, we know prison assault happens. We know that.
Yeah.
But I feel like I feel like they wouldn't make a documentary about women who became pregnant in prison because then that would be a whole different story. It would be
really, really shedding the light on the underbelly.
right.
I think a lot of women do get incarcerated while they're in the early stages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not that uncommon. But I wouldn't, I'm sure that they get impregnated by the guards,
Yeah.
even if there's no Tims or whatever. So, yeah.
Awful, awful, awful.
Even if the woman is like, quote unquote, consenting to it, she's in a position of ultimate
Yeah. There,
disenfranchisement.
yeah.
She's a
There's no
prisoner.
way to you can't consent in that level of a power imbalance.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Ugh. Lordy, lordy. Awful stuff.
Yeah, for sure. No,
I would
no.
say no. How that can't, no, I don't think so. Not legally.
They're prisoners. Like, how can they? No,
No,
the
they can't.
imbalance is so steep. They don't have any more rights. Like, once you're in prison, you don't have any more rights. At least in America.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do anything. You can't vote. You can't leave. You can't. That's your life.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Ugh. Don't get me started on the trans girlfriend thing. Ugh. My God.
There's always like when I'm scrolling on Reddit homepage, there's occasionally like posts that come up about like my trans girlfriend, and it's like, ugh, lady, please value yourself more.
I know. I see the same. I see posts like that too, but like calling out transphobia. Like,
Mm-hmm.
can we stop with the transphobia in this sub? No, we're not going to stop.
More,
No.
please.
Yes. Bring back transphobia. Bring back bullying of Mark Zuckerberg.
Right?
Yes.
Honestly, why do we have to tolerate this stuff?
We don't. That's what we don't do. We don't tolerate it.
Indeed.
Oh God, yeah. My wife came out as trans. I'm a lesbian now. Please. You're not.
Ugh. I feel like I saw this is. I saw something like this recently. Hmm. I saw a TikTok recently about a husband coming out, and of course the wife was like, so like, oh, I'm a lesbian now, and this is my wife. I'm like, how, like, why would you go along with this?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I don't. Neither do I. No. And the thing that chaps my ass too is that guys don't go along with
No,
they're not like, oh, I'm a gay man now because their wife becomes a tip.
absolutely not.
No, they would never be like, I literally am a gay man. Like, they wouldn't do that.
No.
They'd be like, well, if it's what you think, yeah, but I still think of you as my wife and I'm your husband and we're straight. Because you are, literally.
Yeah. So weird. You know what I have been seeing on Reddit lately, though? I have seen a few posts as of late of like, is it transphobic of me that I'm breaking up with my partner because they came out as trans?
I've seen
And
that too.
I have seen quite a few where a majority of the responses are supportive, like saying,
Yeah,
no,
but
it's not transphobia.
then they get called out on other subs
Mm-hmm.
being like, oh, this is just fake anti-trans propaganda. Like, oh, this is just fake, like to drum up
Mm.
transphobia. Like, oh, this
Ugh.
never happens. Like, I'm gonna make up a scenario where my husband or boyfriend comes out as trans and he wants me to accept him as a woman. And they just rag on it because they think it's fake just because it's a right-wing agenda or something. I've seen
Oy.
that too. They'll link that post or those posts.
That is really frustrating.
Oh, Summer Sun. I didn't know that.
So r/blatant misogyny had a big controversy about pushing back against transphobia. The actual women on the sub were pushing back. Good to see. That is nice. I don't think I've ever even been to that sub. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, because blatant misogyny only happens to females.
Right. Okay.
You see it on Reddit because in their porn subs, they can say cis, quote, women only,
Oh my, right.
and they don't tolerate men pretending to be women because that's not
Wow.
right.
That's
That's
not what
not
makes their pee-pee hard.
right. So
Jeez.
it's so stupid. Like they talk out of both sides of their mouth, Reddit
Right.
does.
Damn. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is, but that's just the duality of Reddit. Like they acknowledge that trans women are not women when it comes to their precious porn, but they and abusing women, like misogyny fetishes, all those subreddits. But in the mainstream Reddit, they're like, "Oh, trans women are perfectly valid women. They're just the same as being female. Like there's no difference." Like, come on.
Come on.
So stupid.
Really is. So stupid.
Oh. Oh, a
Oh,
radiated woman. That's fun.
yeah. Am I the asshole where a girl's boyfriend asks if she would stay with him if he trans? She's like, no, I'm straight, and he flipped out. Yeah, they can't win. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is always funny. Her is a lesbian, supposedly, dating app. They say cis women only. Yeah. Okay. Actually, thank you for bringing this up, Nessa. Yeah, any quote unquote cis lesbian who put cis women only in her profile would and has been banished immediately from the app. But
Right.
they permit Tims to do that in their
Right.
profiles. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
It's the same kind of bullshit that Reddit does.
Oy.
Like the men's preferences with their porn are
Yeah.
sacrosanct, but if you were to say anything on the other subs about it, you'd be banned.
Ugh.
Or all women's subreddits are
Yeah,
also
yeah, yeah.
banned, like actual women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you don't allow Tims in there, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah, ballistic it is because those are men. Men's
Right.
preferences and men's orientations
Orientations.
are respected 100%. They might get called like, "Oh, you're phobic," but they're not going to get banned. They're not going to get driven off of the platform or anything like that.
Right. Right.
Because it's like, oh, of course, gay men aren't going to like pussy, like, of course. But women are. It's always like we have to be negotiated into
Mm-hmm.
liking what is against our orientations.
Love it.
It's like how, it's like it's just the perennial straight woman problem of how a straight woman's no is seen as a negotiation by a
Right.
straight man. And
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing with all women, really.
Yeah.
Like, oh, a lesbian says she only likes, pussy. Like, oh, it's a negotiation. I can talk her into accepting my dick. Like, no.
Ugh.
Blech.
So fucked up. I hate this.
Yeah, it sucks.
Oy.
Yeah,
There's a
enlightened
huge difference.
female.
There's a
Sorry,
huge
but
difference. No, between r/gay bros and r/ask gay bros and all of the lesbian subs when it comes to TRA stuff.
yeah, you mean how the lesbian subreddits are banned?
Yeah, nonstop. There's never like every time
The
I've ever
only
tried to find one, there aren't any.
Right. The only quote lesbian subreddits are the ones that are dominated by trans women.
Trans. Yep.
Yeah. Well, Green Emerald, they don't feel the need to be nice, but they're also not expected and
Right.
also driven from the platforms and censured for it. They can
Mm,
be gay as the day is long, and it's
mm,
totally fine. And they might get a little verbal flack, like, "Oh, you're just phobic against trans men or whatever," but they're not gonna get banned. Like, they're just not.
yeah.
They're allowed to just be. So yeah, I mean, I think some maybe younger lesbians feel the need to be nice and inclusive because they know that they're going to get like just banned, you know? I mean, that's
There's
true too.
yeah.
It's like a two-pronged attack. You've got the female socialization, and then you've got the fact that women actually face consequences for standing their ground and stating
Mm,
what they know to be true.
good
Whereas
point.
Yeah, whereas men don't have that socialization and they can say people might call them an asshole. Somebody might call them an asshole, but
Yeah,
it
but
has no
what?
consequences.
Right.
They can have their accounts, they can have their subreddits, they can loudly and proudly state what they want, and really there's nothing that can be done about it or that
Mhm,
anyone will do about it.
mhm.
But they've gotten entire subreddits, they've gotten apps canceled, they've gotten entire organizations canceled
Yeah.
for this kind of thing.
How did we get here, honestly?
Misogyny.
Well, I know, but
That's how we
it's
got here.
just so baffling that and so rapidly too.
Yeah. I think that misogyny was always broiling under the surface. And this was a very easy way for a large chunk of misogynist men to kind of get one over on
Mm.
women.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Frustrating.
I didn't mean to
Yeah.
depress you.
No, 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 no. This is true too. Like a couple of the like really borderline super fucked up male subs have been banned, but nowhere near the level of female subs. And the thing
Right.
also that is frustrating is like women's subreddits get banned for like just simply being about women's issues or whatever. Whereas like even the most violent of like male fetish shit
Right.
is perfectly fine to be up there.
Yeah, and those incels just infest other subreddits, like
Yeah.
the dating advice subreddits and stuff.
Mhm.
There's all kinds of red pill and incel posts in there and comments.
Really.
And they might get downvoted, but like they're not nuked from the face of the earth.
Right.
Like just a lesbian being like, "Hey, I kind of just like actual pussy. Like I just don't want a dick." And it's like, "Oh, ban her."
Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. An IP ban, like the whole
Mm.
Megillah, like the whole ban. She can't even make a new account.
What is MWMF?
Huh.
It started when Tim's invaded. What does
Huh.
that mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm a
Enlighten us, Phantom.
I'm a pretty prevalent Reddit denizen, but I can't make sense of that acronym.
Me neither. I don't know what it is. Denizen,
Me
I love
either.
that. It's funny. Oh, Michigan Women's Music Festival. Yes, you're right.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
R.I.P. Mishfest. I was
Yeah.
gonna go the year it got canceled. That was gonna be my year. And
Oh,
then the announcement that they were canceling it came, and I was like, okay, well,
no.
so much for that.
I mean, two women and their son did get murdered.
I know. Ugh, I know. So sad.
Yep.
And there are other women's festivals and gatherings and stuff, even some on the same land that Mishfest was held on. But,
Yep.
it's not the same.
No.
Not quite the same. I wanted to go to the Pacific Northwest lesbian gathering one year, but that's never going to happen now because of a personal situation of mine.
Ah, yes. Yes.
This would
Well,
be way too awkward to go now.
is it yearly or
Mhm.
bi-year? Well,
Every year.
maybe some year. Maybe some year.
Yeah, definitely
Never
not this year, but
No. Never say never though. Could
I
happen.
suppose.
It might be 5 years from now, but you might go.
Mm,
Maybe. Maybe I'm
yeah,
talking out of my ass. I don't know.
yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah. You ain't dead yet. You can
Mm.
go.
It would be so weird just seeing certain people there who decided they didn't want to be friends anymore, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was misunderstanding the particular
Oh,
situation.
yeah, no, the situation is my former very best friend randomly
I
decided in October that we are not to be friends anymore.
Right, right.
And
Yes.
she will
Well,
be going always. So,
well, it's a big festival.
yeah,
You could go. You could
maybe.
you could get, you know what? You could get a new friend and go with her. Huh?
Yeah,
That way you're not alone.
yeah.
You're like, no.
Definitely not this year. I need like
No, no,
space,
no.
but
This year, no, no. I'm talking about the future.
maybe. I guess
Yeah.
never say never.
Never say never. Could happen.
It could happen.
And then when you see that particular person, just like have a good time and don't acknowledge their presence and then, you know,
But it
just be
might be
like,
too sad.
"Oh,
So,
yeah." Well, maybe in a few years it won't be.
when time heals all wounds,
Exactly. Maybe. Perhaps.
maybe.
Hmm.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
Friend breakups are rough because like I've said before to you, you know I've said this. Like society has a lot of sympathy and outlets for romantic breakups,
Of course. Yep.
but I feel like friend breakups are different. Like it's not as acknowledged.
For sure.
Yeah, people are just like, "Well, just make new friends, whatever."
Yeah, but when you have like a intimate, and I don't mean like romantic or sexually, but like an
Right.
intimate connection with a person, like it's painful to lose that.
Yeah. And I don't think it's acknowledged enough. Like
Mm-hmm.
as severe a level as a romantic breakup.
Yeah, it's not like, like people grow apart and like that just kind of naturally happens or whatever. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was like this
Yeah.
friendship is over. I was like,
Yeah. Right.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And then people just don't understand the depth of the
mhm,
hurt.
yeah. Oh well. All you can do
Yeah.
is move on day by day.
It's okay. Time heals all wounds.
Mm-hmm.
2025, take it as it comes. It'll be good.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be my best year ever.
Is it?
37. I don't know, maybe. I'll be
Wait, when
37 this year.
I know you're a Cancer, but when's your birthday? Like the month?
July. I'm a July
July.
Cancer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, just recently was my exact half birthday. So I just recently turned
Ooh.
36 and a half.
Do you celebrate your half birthday?
No, I just do it
Aw.
because my ex-girlfriend was like my longest relationship. We were together for 4 years. We were each other's half birthdays.
Oh.
So yeah, we were
Gosh.
born on the same day, but her in January and me in July. So that's why I know it.
What's my half birthday?
Exactly 6 months from your birthday.
Huh. I cannot figure that out.
What month were you born?
I was born June 2nd.
So your half birthday is in December.
Yeah, sometime.
December. All the time.
No, but like what day though?
The second.
Oh.
Half of a year.
Oh.
6 months.
Okay, I'm overthinking this.
Yes.
I'm like, but it's got to be like, because there's not exactly the same number of days in a month, right?
It's just exactly 6 months from.
Oh, okay, okay.
Your
So
birthday.
December. I already passed my half birthday then.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, we got to calculate it to the exact day.
It's the second, you silly goose.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right, I know now.
You're funny. That's good. Yeah. Today, well, actually last night, I dog sat just for one night with some dogs I've cared for many times before.
Is that those two dogs where one looks scared all the time?
Yeah, he's a little gremlin.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, he is. It was just a one-nighter. One time when I was sitting there, I had the greatest couch nap of my life.
Ooh.
It was, I napped. I didn't mean to, but I closed my eyes and then I woke up 4 hours later.
Whoa, that's an epic nap.
On the couch, no less.
Yeah.
But this morning, I got up at like 6 and I let the dogs out. And then I went back to sleep on the couch and it was great. Only for like an hour and a half this time. But
Oh.
And then I was there till midday. And then I watched a movie on Netflix, a dog movie. So I knew it was going to be a good cry.
Oh.
It was called Rescued by Ruby.
No.
Yeah.
It's going to be sad.
It was uplifting, that kind of crying.
Oh, okay.
It's based on a true story about this state trooper who really wanted to be on the canine unit so badly, but he kept getting rejected. And I guess the maximum age you can join the canine unit is age 30. And so he was 29. This was his last chance.
Oh, God.
And he rescued a dog from a shelter, and him and the dog make it onto the canine unit. And
oh, my God.
It's one of those kind of movies.
Aww.
I was crying my eyes out.
Why the heck would the age limit be 30?
I don't know. That's just the rules. Ask the Rhode Island state troopers.
Wow, that's so dumb. Because like training a dog, I get the age requirements for physical stuff as pertaining to your own body, but like training a dog, if you're already a cop, you've already made it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense. Like, is there something about being beyond 30 that makes you unable to handle a canine?
I have no idea, but they made it on, his last shot, and this dog had been like returned to the shelter so many times, so it was kind of like her last shot too, and it's based on a true story, and I cried my face off this morning.
Animals, they always do it.
And then I came home, and my parents are selling their house, so when they have viewings, they just come hang out at my house because they have to get out of theirs. So my mom was out and about, but my dad came over today because they had a viewing. And it's actually so funny. My dad has always been up on his pop culture.
Oh.
He knows more about celebrity gossip than I do. And he's always like informing. And his current obsession is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Oh,
And the Kansas City Chiefs were playing today, so he wanted to put the game on so that maybe he could catch a glimpse of Taylor Swift in the stadium.
oh no. Oh my God.
So funny and stupid.
Dad, what the fuck?
My dad loves a pop star.
That's actually really cute.
I know, it's really funny. And he was, and like, I am not the one, like, I don't dislike Taylor Swift, but I just like don't care either. Like, what, I don't know, I don't
Yes.
care.
We
But my,
established on our Taylor Swift
yeah,
stream
yeah,
that
yeah,
we're all Taylor Swift neutral here.
yes. But my sister is Taylor Swift huge. And so
Oh.
the two of them are always talking about Taylor Swift. And I,
Oh my God.
I
Imagine
know.
being in that conversation. Like, what do I contribute? Nothing.
I know. And so I was just like sitting here and he was like talking to me about Taylor Swift, being like, ugh. And I was texting my sister at the same time, being like, wrong daughter. Like, not me.
Texting you Taylor Swift stuff. That's funny.
Mhm.
He's just so excited about it. He's got to tell you.
Listen, Taylor Swift was at the Chiefs game and somebody had to know.
Maybe your sister wasn't available at the time, so he's like,
Must
"Oh,
have
fuck
been,
it.
honestly.
I'll
She
just,
wasn't responding.
I'll just text Radical." And you're like, "Dad, okay,
Yep.
okay, yeah, cool."
Yep. It used to be Beyonce. She was his previous fave.
Has Beyonce fallen out of favor?
Yeah, now it's all about T Swift.
T Swift.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. I'm neutral on it. I don't understand the obsession, but I respect it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's really funny. Got to get my pop culture dose from somewhere. Might as well be my dad, I suppose.
True. Yeah. I can't even imagine my dad even knowing about any of that stuff.
He knows
Let alone
the lore.
Yeah, let alone texting me about it. I would think he was kidnapped by aliens and replaced by a pod person or
Yeah,
something.
it's so funny. Nessa, please.
Stop. No.
Yeah, it's very funny. Very funny.
Keep the T Swift puns coming. I love it.
Indeed. It's going to get a reputation for.
Oh.
Good times. Yeah. So that was my day today. And then today's Saturday?
It is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got a whole other day.
We do.
I have literally nothing on the agenda for tomorrow.
Yeah, same. I did all my errands earlier today because the snow's coming, as I mentioned. So I'm planning to lock down and just be in.
Yeah. Oh, also, this is so cute. Yesterday, also, my parents came to my house because they had a viewing at their house. And I texted, I was not here. So I texted them. I'm like, I'm so sorry. My kitchen is a mess. And then my mom texted me back photos of my kitchen fully cleaned.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know. It was so nice of her.
My mom would do that too. Oh, that's
Very.
Yeah. Like, I love them, but I'm also groaning at the puns.
Good times.
Yeah, my mom would do that too. She'd be like, just cleaning up. I'd be like, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
very nice.
When I moved into where I'm currently at, she's like, do you need anything? Do you need like cleaning supplies? Condiments? I'm like, Mom, I'm 40. You know, I'm like 40 plus. She's like, oh yeah. Like, it was like I was a college kid moving out on my own for the first time.
That's so funny.
I know. Like, parents, they always think you're like a kid. I'm like, no, Mom, I've got silverware and stuff, but it's okay. But thank you. I do have ketchup and salt and pepper. Ketchup. She did. She asked, she's like, do you need condiments? Like, do you have ketchup? Do you have the basics? Do you have salt and pepper? What about cleaning supplies? Do you need a broom? Do you have a mop? I'm like, yeah, mom, I
Yeah,
have
I've
all that.
lived elsewhere before.
I'm over 40, mom.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was sweet though. I couldn't like I can't be annoyed or anything. Like I was appreciative. She did end up buying me a couple of things, and I was like, Mom, but honestly, kind of helpful. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, Green Emerald.
Good night.
Sleep well.
Good night, folks.
Folks. Oh, I didn't even catch that. Good night, folks.
No.
Ugh. Wait.
Ew.
Yeah. uh, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I haven't had a day where I've had like nothing on the go in so long that I'm just like, now what?
Hmm. You could watch more tearjerker movies on Netflix.
I mean, probably I will.
Good.
Love a good cry.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. What are your hobbies? F1,
Yeah. Ugh. F1
but
needs to
like,
come back.
yeah, so it's gone now. So, tomorrow's a sticky situation.
I know, no race tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not until March.
Ugh, that's kind of a waste.
Tragic. I know. It's going to be interesting this coming season, though, because there's going to be 6 rookies.
Yeah.
6 out of 20. That's crazy.
It is.
Yep. Anyway.
Well, I don't know. It's too bad you don't like gaming like I do. You could just start a video game.
The only game I know how to play, or I do play ever, is Roller Coaster Tycoon.
You could play that.
I could build a theme park.
Could. Anything's possible. It's totally
Anything.
open. Or you could just doom scroll on Reddit all day.
That's honestly a little bit more likely, I think, unfortunately, if
Yeah,
I'm being
funny.
real.
Yeah, right? I know all these lofty goals, and you're like, I spent the entire day on Reddit and TikTok and Instagram.
Hmm. Well, speaking of, apparently TikTok is no longer going to be a thing for Americans.
Yeah. Yep. I've heard about the ban.
Apparently, though, it's not like so much a ban as there will
They're
just
just
no, you can't
right.
get a software update ever again kind of thing. So, like,
Right.
eventually the app will become unusable, but it's
Yeah,
not
it's like
exactly a ban.
a slow, unmerciful death.
Right. Just a trickle of death.
Yeah, a lot of the TikTok influencers are freaking out.
I know. I've seen a lot of that, like people who have just like quit their jobs to become or to be TikTok influencers, I guess,
So
because they make like crazy money.
my thing is, if you're making crazy money on social media, why didn't you sock any of that away? Like
Yeah.
that's like,
I think a lot of like these people who get rich quick, they think it's just gonna last forever.
oh man, I don't know if this is another generational thing or whatever,
Yeah, I
but
know.
to me, like social media is never in my brain as like a stable until I retire
No.
type of thing. Like if I ever happen to make it huge online and I make $1 million, that shit is going in the bank. Like,
Yeah, and it can go away anytime. I think a lot of like these
yeah,
people like they get like that one like the algorithm just hits right and they get like that one viral millions of views and they
right.
think, "Oh, this is just what it's going to be like from now on." And it's like, "No, like that's not
Yeah.
how it goes."
Yeah, plus you don't own that platform. So you might want to diversify your platforms, right? Because as we're
Mhm.
seeing here, TikTok's getting banned or
Yeah,
suffering a
being
slow
made
death, right?
obsolete.
Right. So like why put all your eggs in that one basket?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very crazy.
I don't get that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Extreme.
agree. Like when if you get it, if you're lucky enough to get that internet money, like put it in the bank
Yeah.
or some kind of growth fund or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. I always think like I feel like I wouldn't quit my day job.
No.
Like, but also, I don't know.
I mean, I might if the money was enough, but like you have to think like, okay, this isn't going to last forever. This is like a flash in
Right.
the pan,
Flash in the
like
pan,
a
exactly.
stroke of good luck. I'm going to,
Mhm.
I might have to quit my job to, grow my social media or whatever and keep it coming, but I always plan for the future. Like I'm like, okay, I'm not going to bank on this until I literally retire. Like this is anything I make is going to go into the funds, grow that, try to keep it going. And then that way, if it doesn't keep going, which it inevitably
Yeah,
won't, you
right.
can have a cushion, you can have a fallback. And then while you look for an actual job again, you're not destitute.
Yeah. Yeah, I will never like so many I've seen so many like on Reddit um posts where teachers are discussing how like so many of their students like what they want to be when they grow up is like an influencer.
I saw one this morning where someone said she wanted to be an Insta memer.
Like that is not a career. Like you like but it's
No.
also very sad that that's what kids are aspiring to these days. Like I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be an influencer.
If everybody's doing that, the market's going
Right.
to be so diluted. Like it's already
It already
diluted.
is. Like yeah, people yeah.
Yeah.
But also like don't kids want to be like doctors and lawyers and astronauts anymore? Like no, they want to be TikTok influencers.
Yeah, Maria, that exactly. Yes, instant memer. Yes. I don't even know what that is, but that's what she said she wanted to be.
Hmm.
Yeah, they want to be famous.
I never ever would want to be famous. I do not want
No,
to be famous.
me either. I
Sounds
think fame
awful.
fame I think causes mental illness in human beings because we're not meant to be known by
Yeah,
millions.
and looked at and scrutinized
Right.
constantly. Yeah, I agree.
No privacy anywhere. Like like think about your life, right? Like I pop over to the store, I can go run
Mhm.
errands. If you're famous, that shit is off the table.
Yeah, that's got
You,
to be such a weird existence.
yeah. Yeah.
No, thank
No. That actually sounds like hell on earth. I want to be, if I ever strike it rich or whatever, I want to be completely anonymous. No
you.
fame.
Yes.
None of that.
I don't know if it's the case there, but in Canada, if you want to claim lottery winnings, you have to be publicly identified.
That is the case in some states and not in others.
Mm.
But I'm telling you, if I if I lived in a state where you had to identify yourself, I would try to make myself look as different as possible. I would dye my hair, maybe wear glasses. I don't
Yeah.
know, do something so because they take a photo of you, I
Hmm.
believe, and
With your
it's like
giant check.
right. So
Yeah.
luckily, I do have a very common name, so
Not me.
yeah, be a little harder, but
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad. I think of my name as like the Stephanie of, my generation. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
a billion girls were named that in Gen X, late millennial. So that's my
Mhm.
real name. Yep. There's about 3 billion of us. So,
Every woman on earth, 3 billion.
yes, everyone.
It's funny.
Mhm.
My cousin actually just had a baby recently, like a couple days ago, and she gave it a really cute name. I'm not going to dox her baby's name, but
Oh,
she actually gave it like a normal, cute name. And
oh, that's cute.
yeah,
I like when babies have like just cute normal names.
yeah, none of this like McKinbrexley.
Oh my God. Oh, please.
I
Yeah.
feel like people who name their babies like these like overly weird, cutesy names, they forget that like their baby is going to grow up and need to apply for a job one day
Right.
and have to have a resume and like
Yeah, exactly.
and it's like
Right.
Braxton with 4 X's and a Y. And it's like,
Correct.
what are you doing?
Braxton.
Why would you do this to a child?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would never do that. And like one thing that strikes me though is that names from my generation are one day going to be considered old lady names
Mm.
because the popularity dropped so steeply that I don't think any babies are being given the names we got back in the
Oh,
70s and
definitely
80s.
not. Definitely
Yeah.
not.
So it's going to be like a whole generation of like, it's like the Ethels of today,
Oh,
you
for
know?
sure. Yeah, there is no, like, right now, when I think of the names, like, when I was born in the 80s, there's, like, no 2-year-old Jessicas.
Right. Exactly.
There's
That's a,
no 2-year-old Amandas.
no, exactly. I'm thinking like, that's going to be the old lady name of the future.
Right. Yeah,
Yep.
there's gonna be, like, Grandma Jessica and, like,
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa
Yep.
Kyle,
Yeah. Yeah. Grandma Kimberly, you know?
Kimberly. Yeah.
Right.
But in the same vein, freaking Braxton with 4 X's and a Y is going to be a grandpa one day, maybe, probably. Like,
Yeah, probably.
and parents today don't think about that shit.
Nope. Nope. That's why I like timeless names.
Me
Just
too.
like classic, timeless,
Normal.
you know, normal, no weird spellings, just regular. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. Oy. So
Yeah.
weird. Oh, a radiated woman. The baby names I see. There's
Oh
one I saw
man.
this week that got me. Want to tell y'all, but probably shouldn't. I have seen some
Oh,
crazy names in my day. I
yeah.
actually, in the mid to late 2000s, I worked in a daycare.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. And I saw crazy names. Like, there was a set of sisters. They weren't triplets or anything. They were just a set of sisters, 3 sisters. And their names were Lyric, Harmony, and Melody.
Ugh,
Like, don't do that.
no.
Don't.
That's just
Like, don't give your
ugh.
kid like your children, multiple children, like gimmicky.
Right.
If they're
Those names,
individual people.
right, those names are best reserved for pets.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't think of kids as eventual adults.
Exactly.
They think of them as their children
Yep.
forever, like their babies, their
Yes.
children. Yeah.
Exactly.
I birthed a child, and when I had him, I was like, well, this person's going to be an adult someday. So I'm not going to give him some kind of precious animal name, you know, or some like faddish weird spelling name. I named him like a classic name, like I don't know, John or Joseph or whatever, like
Mhm.
one of those names. I'm not
Yeah.
going to dox my kid, but like one of those types of names. That's what I gave him because I'm like, this, he's going to be like a 54-year-old man one day.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to be Braxton with 4 X's, you know?
Exactly.
Right.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some of the other crazy ones that we had there.
Aedes. Aedes. Huh.
But
Radiated
pronounced
woman.
Adidas.
What?
Oh, Adidas. Adidas.
Aedes.
Or if you're a European, I think it's Adidas.
Ad- but it's got 2 E's in it. That's just weird. It looks weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Aedes. Aedes.
Yeah, it's so strange.
Mixolydia.
It's so idea.
Or is it Micholidia?
Oh, that's funny. I think when I also worked at the daycare, um, there's Lyric, Harmony, and Melody, the sisters, and then there was um, Hope and Faith were another set of sisters.
Yeah, I mean that kind of pegs it as a religious
I know.
thing.
And
Yeah.
then also we had like 7 Nevaehs. It's heaven
Oh,
spelled backwards.
yeah. I literally know a Nevea.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. Yeah, kitty cat. Nicholidia sounds like a chemical compound. It does.
Right? So
Ballistic,
funny.
the kid named Neo, like people who name their kids after like fandom
Oh
things
yeah.
are super cringy to me.
There's lots of Khaleesi's that are like 5 and under.
Right. And I say
Oh,
this as a giant, unashamed geek.
hmm.
Don't name your kids after your fandom, please.
Yeah, that's
Don't.
your interest, not the
Right.
kid. Don't put it
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Don't name your son Sephiroth, please. Don't do it.
Yeah, do not. Do not.
It does sound like a venereal disease. Oh God.
Oh, Ballistic said it's a musical term.
Is it?
It says one of the ancient Greek harmoniae based on a particular octave. Interesting.
Okay. It's still
Good text.
weird.
Yeah,
Still weird.
still weird.
I mean, I
I
can see Lydia.
yeah,
Like,
of course. That's a normal name.
yeah,
A good normal one. I never am going to have children, but I always thought if I did, I would have like really normal names like
absolutely.
Mark, John,
Mark, yes.
Sarah. I don't know.
Sarah, yeah, right, exactly. Like, for sure.
Yeah. I feel bad for like little kids who have like crazy made up names, like really
Uh,
long, weird spelling ones that like they have
yeah,
to learn how to spell this. Oh my God.
right. I know. And they have to spend their whole life correcting people.
Well, yeah, I know that very well because my parents gave me a weird name.
Yes. I mean, I don't think yours is even that weird, but like, I'm sure people don't know how to spell it. And then, like, my last name is very long and French with a lot of
Mm,
silent letters. So I've already had to spell my name for people, my last name for people my whole life. And I'm just very thankful that my first name, at least, is a very common Gen X name that a billion people have. So,
yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. I saw actually. Oh, I saw a Reddit post the other day of it was like in the name nerds.
oh, I love that
So
sub.
me too. But um, so this woman encountered another woman who was naming her son a traditional Irish Gaelic name or an Irish name,
Oh,
but like was mispronouncing it really bad. But the woman who
oh,
was making the post, she was Irish and spoke Irish and like said to the woman like, oh, like it's actually pronounced like this in our language. And the mom was like, Irish is a made up language anyway, so I'm going to say it however I want. Like,
oh
what
my
the hell?
God.
That's
Some of those,
crazy.
that's great. Some of those posts, I'm like, is this for real? Someone is just
Yeah.
going to be like, Irish is made up. Okay. You're an idiot.
Yeah. So weird.
Yeah, ballistic. I'm the same way. Like when I'm at work, my work email is my first and last name. I don't even bother saying it because it's not spelled anything like it's pronounced.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, my first name is blah. And then I'm like, okay, I'll spell my last name for you because it's a doozy. It's,
Hmm.
and then I spell it out because if I say it, they're going
Yeah.
to spell it a completely different way. That's French for you.
Yep. Um, I have like in my name, everyone misspells and missays, and it always drives me crazy because I'm like, it is in the email. My name is in the email
I
address.
know.
It's also in the email signature. Like it's right
Yeah.
there.
I have to say, I did that one time. I misspelled a woman's name in an
Mm,
email, and I only realized after I sent it. To be fair, she had a very complicated name,
yeah.
and I replaced a vowel with another vowel. So think like her name was Tanya, or her name was Tenya, but I spelled it Tanya,
Mm,
and I'm just like,
yeah.
oh, shoot. I saw it. I knew it.
That's the worst.
I know. I just sort of let it go. I was like, okay, well, hopefully she won't notice. It only happened the one time, okay? And it's stuck in my brain. I'm like, oh, I did that. Even though
Cringe.
she signed her email, it was unconventional spelling. It was.
Yeah.
So I could always blame autocorrect or whatever, but
Yeah. Well, also parents, this is why you shouldn't give your kids weird spellings of normal names.
right.
Like it doesn't need to be Tenya.
Right. I mean, that's like the first example. That's not her name, by the
No,
way.
I know.
I'm
I'm
not
just kidding.
doxing her, but like that's akin to what the mistake
Hmm.
was. I was like, ooh, what did I do? Just shove down the embarrassment. It's fine. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
not, kitty cat. She probably didn't care. She probably gets her name misspelled all the time.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
know that name. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking kind of wrap up-ish here, if that works for everyone. I need to cook my dinner still.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go eat some cheese.
Ooh. Okay, I want to talk about one thing quickly. Somewhat of a downer, but I'm sure everybody knows by now that our fellow YouTuber Runaway Siren passed away on January 9th. So that's really sad. But her family does have a GoFundMe to cover the costs of repatriating her back to the United States and her burial and that kind of thing. So if anyone has anything at all that they could possibly give, please do consider giving it to the GoFundMe. I thought it would be a cute nod to her channel to donate $9.40 because her username was 940.
No.
It's very sad. She was so young and she was so prolific in her content. And
So young.
yeah. So the link to donate to her GoFundMe is in the description of this video. Um, Even if you have $1 to give, that would be fine, you know?
Every little bit helps. I mean, the
Yeah.
GoFundMe last I checked was up to 16 grand, which is
Yeah, it's
great.
doing very well, but like,
She needs to
yeah,
come back. She needs to come
it's,
home.
yeah, she is still in Cambodia. Her family want to bring her home to the United States. Um, so yeah, thanks, Maria. I have as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
me too.
Anyone who has anything you can give, please consider doing that for her family because the last thing they need to be worrying about right now is money.
Yeah.
So I wanted to mention that. The link is in the description. And that's the last thing I wanted to mention. So uh, thanks for joining us this evening, everybody in the chat. It's been amazing. You've been wonderful. It's always so fun to have all these insightful women here.
Yes.
And Existential Gamer, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for
Especially because
having
it was so
me.
like spur of the moment. I was like, hey, you want to stream?
I know. I was out sniffing perfumes at the department store,
Perfect.
and I got your message. I was like, yeah, I do. I want to
Yeah.
make
So
fun of billionaires. Yeah,
yeah. Well, thanks for that.
of course.
Um, Next stream will be on Tuesday, the 21st.
Yeah.
I have something built already that I'm going to be streaming. And so that'll be the next stream. And yeah, that's it. Happy Saturday. Have a great night, great day, great whatever time it is, wherever you are. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.